while, so we're gonna see how this goes.
Oh.
We're just gonna wing it. Hello, everybody.
Hola.
We are live on Facebook. I
For
ditched
once.
I could have done StreamYard. That's what we're on, StreamYard.
Good job.
I could have done Twitch and all three of them, but I said, you know what? Let's try Facebook, see how that goes. I've been neglecting our Facebook page because nothing we post on there does anything.
And then this last week, it's done great. So,
But recently, we've posted a few articles, and we have Katie now. She's done a few Potter articles, and there's no rhyme or reason to Facebook, at all. As it, at least Twitter, we have a pretty big following on Twitter, but on Facebook, I'll post something, it'll get one like, and then I'll post something and it'll get 3,000. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Anyways, hello everybody for joining. Barry is out sick this week. He is.
We killed him.
We tried to. No. So Michael's going to be stepping in for Barry this week again, and fitting enough, we're going to be talking about Velocicoaster again. So we've all since the review episode, we've all gotten several more rides in, including a night ride, which we will be talking about. So we'll be talking about that, and maybe just kind of now that we've had more opportunities to ride it, maybe going in and discussing some other things about it that we've learned over the last couple weeks. So
Michael literally took notes.
Michael's like, who are you talking to? No, Michael's been great. He's I've been picking his brain about stuff that he's seen that I would have never picked up on. So it's good to have somebody with
Except you just viciously screaming in the queue about something being unplugged and alerting everyone around you.
That's going to be half of the podcast episode, so save it for the podcast.
I can't. I'm done.
I wish they'd allow you to take pictures up there, but I know you can't because of walkers. But I know
that whole part. I mean, aside from the launch tube where you can see the train fly by, that part up there is really cool. So, anyways, we're gonna be talking about that and some other goodies. It's been 2 weeks because we're still on that bi-weekly schedule, and we haven't discussed, the mask outdoor thing. So we're going to be talking about that and a couple other little things. Kind of an easy episode this week. We have topics, but we're probably just going to kind of take it easy and just kind of breeze.
We're tired.
We're tired. Yeah, we're always tired. Work, me with kids.
No play.
Yeah. Except Velocicoaster last night. That was nice. So.
Yeah.
Anyways,
thanks for including me.
You're welcome.
So, all right, give me a few minutes, guys. I'm going to mute everybody here so you can't hear us yapping, and we'll get going. So give me a few seconds and hang tight. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the ThrillGeek Podcast. I'm Clint.
I'm Emily.
And
I'm
joining
Michael.
us, because Michael is in, Barry is out.
Michael killed Barry.
You were just violent this evening, Emily.
I wake up every morning and choose violence.
Yeah, you just wake up every morning and choose violence. It's not even you don't even choose it. It just
it
comes
picks
to
me.
you naturally.
We fed him to Bravo.
Yeah.
Who is Bravo? Let's go into a 50-minute discussion about who Bravo is.
Yeah, you know what? We need to talk about that too. We will mix that into our Velocicoaster conversation coming up first thing that we're going to talk about. But yeah, Barry, he is out sick this week, not feeling well. Something got the best of him. He doesn't think it's COVID because he got vaccinated, but he's gonna take it easy. And Michael's joining us because we are going to be talking Velocicoaster again. It's been a couple weeks since we've ridden during the pass holder preview. and we've all gotten more rides in. So, we've got a few more things to talk about that. And we're going to be chatting some other things here. So really quick, I didn't say hello to everybody in the live stream chat. Hello, everybody. Hello, Dan, Sam, Michael. Hello, everybody. Once again, if you guys are chatting with us in the live chat, whatever topic or whatever thing we're talking about, be sure to chime in. If you have a comment, we'll try and get it up as we usually do. And if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like the video, Facebook, share it, all that good stuff. You guys know the routine. But let me get our slideshow up here and we will get started. First things first, like I said, we are going to be talking about Velocicoaster, in particular, Velocicoaster at night. We all kind of... you all right there?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. I can hear feedback from you, Michael, I'm guessing. I don't know if it's your...
It's your headphones.
Yeah. It's all right. Just see if you can, readjust them or something.
God damn it. Now we have to kill Michael, too.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're just running out of options.
Who wants to come next?
I can still hear it, yeah. Are your laptop speakers going maybe or something?
No, it's
No.
We were doing so well.
I'm hearing a echo or something, so no worries. We'll get it figured out. It happens. It's the wonders of
living the dream every day.
See, I can't hear it now.
We're good now. Speak,
Yeah.
Michael.
Hold that face and hold that pose for the rest of the podcast because I can't hear it right now.
Is this better now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't
good.
know if you
Yay!
just had
Wow,
your-
we did it.
Yeah, it's okay. It happens. It's the wonders of technology. It is you, Sam. It's always you. So, anyways, yeah. Back to Velocicoaster. Last night, actually, Saturday evening, Michael, Emily, and myself, and a few other friends that Emily ran into, we got to go to our mission was to do Velocicoaster at night. That was our mission.
Let's preface that we stalked Velocicoaster on the balcony.
Yeah, because
for about an hour and a half.
It was down. So, we had to kind of sit there and, we were stalking the team members from up above in Burger Digs, watching them precariously as, because when we got there, it was down. But finally it did open up. I ran over and got my hot butter beer. And, for those of you judging me, it was not that hot. It was gorgeous Saturday evening. It was not even 80 degrees. So I found out today that I'm getting off topic. I found out today hot butter beers year round now, just really quick for those of you wondering.
It's time to sign off because Clint's just going to talk about hot butter beer for about an hour.
I need another podcast episode for this one. So, but anyways, back to Velocicoaster for the second time. We're all over the place, ladies and gentlemen, this evening. We are professionals.
ADHD.
Finally, Velocicoaster reopened, so we finally got in line. We did get in one ride before it was still dark because it's summer here in Florida.
But it was pretty because the sun was kind of setting at the same time.
It was a pretty ride, but it wasn't a true night ride. Our goal was 100% a night ride. So we got off and we got back in line around what? It's like 8:30,
8:30,
8:40, something like that. And we waited, and luckily the wait, once we got inside, allowed it to get truly dark, and we got a true night ride, which was
terrifying.
Chef's kiss. Terrifying.
It was fun, but it was scary. You can't
Emily,
see that track at all.
Yeah. What did you think of a night ride on Velocicoaster besides your terrifying analogy?
So it's terrifying. However, actually, it's very funny that you asked that because it's actually your wife asked me. She was like, "Oh, how is it at night?" And I was like, "Don't get me wrong, it's super fun. If you've never been on it, though, you definitely have to go the first time during the day, just so you can see exactly what everything looks like. Because at night, you can't see any of the raptors. You just hear raptors screaming in your face, and you're like, "What is happening?"
Yeah.
you can barely see the track. So if you're not like a person that's terribly comfortable with roller coasters, I would not suggest going on this thing at night. But what I thought was really cool is obviously, again, we can take a shot every time I talk about the lighting package. But what I was not expecting was that first tunnel that you go through where you're like gearing up. Just the whole thing like was completely covered in fog, and you could barely see the raptors. And it was just had like this really cool, like almost Horror Night spooky atmosphere. And I was like,
there was a lot
I
of
need
fog.
to do this more.
That was the foggiest I had seen. The
it was
first
so
launch
cool.
tunnel, tube, whatever you want to call it, since I've been riding. You know, given I've only ridden it 5, 6, 7 times now.
Yeah.
I say only, but some people haven't even ridden it yet at all.
18.
Yeah, Michael's ridden it 18 times, so he's putting us all to
4.
shame.
What the hell have you people been doing?
I have no life.
It's completely different. You know, I'm coming from a coaster enthusiast perspective. You know, any roller coaster you ride at night, it adds that layer of just insanity to it versus during the day. I don't know what I guess it's the whole speed thing. It feels like you're going a lot faster than you actually are. So yeah, you know, I was expecting an insane ride. I got an insane ride. Michael, what were some of the highlights for you of riding it at night? Anything in particular that kind of stuck out to you, riding it at night versus riding it during the day?
Well, I want to mention the queue first, because when you're going through and you're in that first part with the statues and the little roller coaster drop, that whole room with the dancing lights, it gets pitch black in there.
Yeah, it looks like a toaster oven.
Yes, it does. All the red lights. It looks like the beginning of Dinosaur when you're revving up. And then you go through that one hallway with the launch fins and the raptors. You can see those raptors just so clearly, and just the detail. They look so three-dimensional.
Yeah, I agree. It looks so much better at night.
And then just like you guys were mentioning, that whole fog area, it just... What was weird was on our run through last night, none of the raptors showed up.
Yeah,
which I kind of thought that was cool though. Like if you've never been on it, like when you go through that first launch, you're kind of sitting there for a little bit and you can hear audio and you can see the raptors on the side kind of gearing up to run.
My raptor sound effect?
No.
I would like to hear it.
No.
No.
You need to understand I am the babysitter here. So when I say no, please respect that.
I'll just describe it as a walrus in distress. That's basically what it is. We don't need
that. But I thought it was cool though, because if you've never been on it and you're not expecting to see the raptors, just like all the fog in there and not really knowing what you're expecting and just hearing it was like
it's a nice distraction.
Yeah. No,
so I wasn't even upset.
Yeah, something went wrong, a technical glitch or something, but the raptors that are kind of right there next to you that are ready to run on the first launch, they weren't there. The audio wasn't working. Something went screwy on our night ride, but yeah.
But I think we were all like fog.
Yeah, we were just like fog. It's like HHN. Just give me the fog. But no, kind of going off
that lighting on the outside too. The rocks are all kind of red and yellows. And you see some details that you don't see during the day, I think.
Yeah.
And I think it was cool that the Q video also switched over to nighttime as well.
Yep. That was a cool little touch. The video with Claire, where she's got the Velocicoaster behind her. It changes from day to night, kind of similar to what's the other one that does that? There's another ride Disney, Rise of the Resistance. The video at at the end where you're coming back down into Batu, that changes from day to night, whether you're riding it at day or night too.
Falcon does that too, right?
I think so. I think Smuggler's Run does that too. I think so. Yeah. So that was a really cool.
And it was cool too, because even the video with Owen in the background, you can usually see like a little light peeking out from underneath the door, and that was dark as well. So I'm like, mwah, chef's kiss. I love this.
The lighting on top of the performers too. You could see just the shadows. And then do we want to mention the Easter eggs that we noticed?
Okay, well, the ones that Michael noticed.
The ones that
Nobody else, because Michael was like,
"Have at it, Michael. Have at it. Let us know about the Easter eggs, because I'm curious too."
All right, so the first one I noticed was a Jurassic Park hat, just towards the left of the console, which is a nod to the first Jurassic World film, the character Lowry.
Oh yeah,
where he wears the
Is
shirt
that the guy
and Claire's
with the glasses? Like, yeah.
Claire's like, isn't that in poor taste? And so that's a nice little nod to him. There's the Mattel Jurassic World action figures on top of the console too, the RC train. Mm-hmm. But the other one that I noticed last night was there's a photo of the creative team in the original Raptor Encounter spot. So I'm assuming they took that right before they started construction. It's just sitting there on the far left. Samuel L. Jackson's severed arm is not in the queue. That's in Camp Jurassic.
Any other ones? Any other Easter eggs? I know you're taking a drink of water. We got more to go here.
Gotta hydrate.
No, I think that's it.
Yeah. And what was unplugged under Claire's desk, underneath the control console for Velocicosta?
I need everyone watching this to realize that Clint
was unplugged.
A grown man with 3 children in the middle of the queue, screams, points his arm to almost hit me in the face and goes, "Why is it unplugged? Why is it?" And I'm like, oh my God, who hurt you?
It's the churro oven. It was unplugged.
It bothered me.
Who hurt you?
The camera's like slowly
Stop
zooming
yelling.
in on the camera's slowly zooming in on Claire's face, and I look down underneath the console and there's like a plug unplugged. And I'm like, what? You guys
like
are trying
acting like someone was threatening your life.
You guys are trying to run. Jurassic Park screwed up. It was a complete failure. But we got stuff unplugged in Jurassic World. Like, what's going on? Like, who's running this show?
I mean, it could be a subtle hint of what's to happen, but...
Gosh.
But nothing goes wrong.
Yeah.
Except at River Adventure.
Yeah, no. River Adventure is the one that gets the short end of the stick at the end.
Yeah. As far as me, I think, Emily, you said it with the Raptors. I think... Those are actually, you said you don't really see them, but I actually, you can see them pretty much the whole time, obviously during the day. But
at night you can't see them at all.
There's a strobe light that makes it look like they're moving.
Is there a strobe on them?
Yeah, underneath
I blacked
them.
Out.
Really?
We get disco raptors.
Yeah, but no, there's... The trains don't have onboard audio, but there's a speaker, I'm guessing, like right next to each of those raptor statues. So it
they're hidden in the rocks.
Yeah, it plays like this loud raptor shrieking noise, and then the light comes on the raptor, and it's a really cool effect, and it makes those statues a lot more effective than during the day when they're just kind of like these static raptor figures, like, frozen. It's almost like Disco Yeti. It really is. It's got that, strobe on them effect. Yeah, exactly.
It was blacked out.
But the rest of the coaster at night was insane. Absolutely amazing. After the second launch, the top hat, the inverted stall, and the roll over the lagoon. Just
my favorite thing is me screeching at the top of my lungs because I'm scared of the roll, and then listening to both you and Michael laugh at me.
Well, we were going over the little bump before the Mosasaurus roll, and I was like, my soul is leaving my body, and Michael was like dying.
I just love this ride so much that I just laugh.
Yeah, that's all you can do on this ride. It's so bonkers. It's so crazy. All you can do is laugh. So, all right. Are we good on Velocicoaster? Anything else you guys want to add?
Will we ever be good on Velocicoaster?
No, honestly, we won't ever be good on Velocicoaster. So, but we just wanted to come back and revisit it since we've gotten more rides in and we've gotten a night ride in. I rode in back, front. Really quick. Speaking of
deep dive analysis, who is Bravo?
Yeah. Before we move on, we do have another Jurassic World topic. Universal announced this morning a new Raptor in the Raptor Encounter. Michael, you want to kind of go into detail about that? Do you know who this is? Do you know
Isn't Blue Bravo?
It's her sister, apparently, right?
No. Okay, so Bravo was actually the original name for one of the Raptors that they had in Hollywood.
Yeah.
This is kind of like the evolution of this character, which I'm assuming. but it's Delta's paint job, which doesn't really make any sense to me.
Yeah.
I think
Excuse me.
I think it would be more effective if they started introducing Raptor squad members. That way you would get more incentive for people to go in to see.
Hashtag Raptor Squad.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, here's Blue. Oh, she's going inside, but we got this Raptor. It's not a named character, so I don't know how the general audience is going to react.
Why don't you just do the 4? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's what Michael was saying. You throw in another one with Blue, whether it's,
Echo or Echo's the yellow. And, yeah.
There's one missing in the cube because you walk by 2. Who's the one that's missing?
So in the stables, you have Echo on the left, and then you have Delta on the right. So the ones that are missing is Blue and Charlie.
Yeah, Blue and Charlie. So, yeah, make it... Well, we have Blue, so make it Charlie. So, anyways, there's a new Raptor in the Raptor Encounter. So if you guys want to go meet Blue, or what's the one that's in, there? Bravo. Are they still doing the baby?
Yes. So what's been going on lately... Okay.
Poor Michael. He's not used to this.
See the baby.
Oh, goodness.
I would like to see the child.
So what's been going on lately with Raptor Encounter is they've been having the baby raptors start off the day at 10 o'clock, 10:20. And then
they
Blue...
have to take a nap.
Yeah. And Blue usually comes out at 1. So I'm wondering if they're going to start alternating earlier. Maybe they got more performers, but...
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
performing raptors.
All right, moving on.
That's terrifying.
The trolls. The trolls are watching you.
I don't like
I'm gonna eat your soul.
I don't like
With your soul, I shall rule for all eternity. Wait, wrong ride. Sorry. Wait, wrong attraction.
What is that? I don't have children.
Dreamworks Destination is replacing A Day in the Park with Barney at Universal Studios Florida. I guess it went into technical rehearsals on Saturday. Unfortunately, we got there late enough, so we weren't able to get over to studios and check it out. But apparently, it's like a big meet and greet party thing, from what I'm gathering. Right?
Reminds me of Disney Junior Live at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah,
but
that's what.
This
chaos.
Whole thing screams temporary.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They put up the entry facade. It's like a cardboard cutout. I don't think this thing is going to be anything. Here,
I think it's air conditioning for summer. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. It's an indoor air conditioned attraction for the summer. But yeah. Anyways, I wanted to quick touch on this DreamWorks Destination. It's over there. They do it inside A Day in the Park with Barney, which is obviously no longer there. They've removed all signs, colors of Barney. The purple is no longer there, so we got a temporary replacement for that. So we'll move on here.
Thank you.
Over to some international news. Disneyland Paris will be reopening again on June. I don't know how many times they've closed and reopened Paris, but they will be reopening on June 17th. And this is kind of interesting news because this will be the final Disney park to reopen.
For now.
And their Ratatouille ride will be open before ours.
Yeah,
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong. So yeah, after Disneyland Paris opens, everything will be open. So, it's kind of exciting to see that. And let me move on over here. Let me go on to
Phantom Manor. That's all I want in life.
I know. I really want to get over there and just do Phantom Manor. And then
we'll just leave.
Their Big Thunder looks really fun too. So anyways, all right. This was kind of a big topic this week on social media, Twitter, Facebook, what have you. Disney announced more details about the Web Slingers, a Spider-Man adventure attraction coming to Disney California Avengers Campus, whatever you want to call it. And there was a huge discussion on Twitter about these power-up add-ons that you can add to the attraction to, I guess, give you a one-up, so to speak, I guess, versus other people that are just going to be they're just going to be doing this. For those of you watching the live stream, I'm hitting my microphone. Things are getting out of control.
I broke Emily.
I've been broken for a very long time. It's just this very steep ascension.
Oh gosh. But yeah, they introduced new web tech and all these other goodies. And then it says it'll allow riders to sling webs just like that friendly neighborhood spiderling. But something previously announced, it'll let you customize it. With web tech accessories, riders will be able to pick how they want to tackle the challenges of the attraction. That you'll get your power-up web band, which features an attraction mode that unlocks multi-fire webs to personalize the gameplay. And then it says, then guests will be able to find their own powers and add web tech, taking inspiration from fan favorite heroes such as Spider-Man, Ghost Rider, Iron Man, and more. And then it says this will change riders' powers on the attraction, mimicking the electrodynamic webs of Spider-Man and Ghost Spider, or the repulsor blast of Iron Man. So
we just had to give those kids those sticks at Harry Potter, didn't we?
Well, this was the big discussion on Twitter and stuff. Everybody got up in arms about these add-ons because I think they are going to be priced like what?
$65 each.
60. I saw somebody say 30. All right.
No.
Well, let's say $30 to $60. Let's just, let's ballpark it. This sparked the discussion on Twitter of, Disney's introducing basically like add-ons or what do you call it in the video game world? Like a DLC. Yes, thank you. So this conversation rolled on and snowballed and snowballed.
Well, it's like some little kid gonna freaking decimate me on this ride now because their parents paid $65.
You're gonna get destroyed by like an 8-year-old.
It's okay. You'll take me and I'll decimate that 8-year-old for you because I'll be dual web shooting.
So
I'll still be just sitting there just bitter.
Yeah, Sam has a good point in the chat on YouTube. I have 3 kids, so if I'm buying 3 of these. And then you had the people breaking into the conversation on Twitter and stuff about, you have Harry Potter wand, you have Harry Potter wands, and then you have
They're just sticks.
What's the what are the wristbands in Super Nintendo World called? Power up bands, I think that's what they're called.
Sure.
And so you had that argument going on of these things are add-ons too. So there were people giving Disney grief for introducing something that you have to buy for a single ride. And then there were the people that were like, oh, well, the wands for the Wizarding World of Harry Potter and the power-up bands for Super Nintendo World
they're very limited
for the whole land.
But that's the thing, though. Even with the Harry Potter bands, Harry Potter wands and the power-up bands, yeah, sure, you can do what you can with them, but really,
you take them home, it stops.
Well, you take them home and it stops. But also, at the same time, how many times are you going to go back, even if you are a local, and bring the wand with you every single time and do each spell every single time?
I don't know.
It feels like this one-time thing to me.
I would like to honestly see how many annual Universal Pass holders bring back their wands religiously to do the. I don't think it's a very big number.
I'm sure people do, but at the same time, I don't see myself investing in something like that because I know myself and I'm not going to go do that every single time.
Yeah,
and aren't the wands more expensive than this too?
Well, depends, I think.
Spider-Man, I haven't kept track of how much the interactive wands are. I know Universal does raise the price of them every now and then.
Yeah, I think it also depends on the character.
Yeah, there's so many different variables, I think, with the wands, whether they're non-interactive, interactive, that sort of thing. But, let's say $60-$80, and parents have 2-3 kids, that's a lot of money. It adds up, coming from a parent of 3 kids, that's a big chunk of change. And then you had the people, another comparison where people were comparing it to the lightsabers in Galaxy's Edge, the build your own lightsabers, the build your own droids. Michael, I kind of want to go back to you about the with these Spider-Man accessories. The fun don't stop. The fun doesn't stop at the ride. Apparently, you can take them home, and apparently, you learned some new stuff about that. So, what do they do when kids are adults take these Spider-Man add-ons home?
So for the Spider-Man one, I think that's going to be the best one to choose, just because you get more play out of it. It lights up, it shoots darts, and then there's one feature where you can shoot the web, and it has a retractable string on there, and it shoots like a sticky dart, and then you pull it back. So you
That's
got
kind of cool.
Yeah.
Sticky dart.
I could just imagine myself if I ever had an office job just doing that, just pulling stuff off the shelf. And
go ahead, sorry.
Oh, and then the Iron Man ones, it just blows air and it lights up.
The repulsor one, yeah.
So you could be equally as annoying at home or at the office. But personally, I'm going to have to go with the Spider-Man one if I ever went out there.
Yeah.
And it looks like the Spider-Man one does more in the ride than the Iron Man one. You just shoot beams as Iron Man with a repulsor. The Spider-Man, you get several different web types.
That's cool. What I thought would be... Go ahead, Emily. Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think I'd be more willing to invest in this if I was a local.
Yeah.
Me being from Florida and me probably going once every several years, I don't know.
Once every decade.
Yeah. I don't know how willing I would be to drop money on one thing that only goes for one attraction.
Yeah.
You'd think they'd add spots throughout, like just a monitor or something.
Yeah.
Just through the buildings.
I can't remember what I was going to say about the that's what I was going to say. The spider bots you're going to be able to build in Avengers Campus. It would be really cool if they integrated those things into this. Like you could almost do like a, that
target
would be
practice.
Really, like a, like if like say, you got two kids and one of them wanted, one of the add-ons for the Spider-Man ride and the other kid wanted one of the spider bots, they could, if there was some way like via like laser tag technology or something, they could, you could shoot it or something. I don't know. I'm brainstorming, other ideas that you could like integrate into them. But they were advertising those spider bots, a lot, and it'd be really cool if they could integrate the that into them. But anyways,
which is actually funny that you mentioned that, because this feels like the next evolution of the Disney Playmation project.
Yeah.
A few years back, they actually did have that, where you would have the Iron Man repulsor and you would blast a little Ultron drone that would follow you throughout your house.
Yeah.
So
I remember that.
This seems like something that's more thought out, but that would be pretty cool that you can do that. I still feel like the web bands and the repulsors are going to be what people tend to gravitate towards instead of the spider bots.
Yeah. Because coming from somebody like I have my Galaxy's Edge R2D2 droid right down here on the floor, and it's sat there, ever since I've gotten it from Galaxy's Edge. So
well, I think that's the problem with the Galaxy's Edge stuff though too, is like, here's your experience. That's it. Like you can walk around with your lightsaber, you can, walk around with your droid, but they kind of gear everything more of like, you get this one-time experience thing, give us your money. And at least really with this, you can kind of keep using it over and over again.
Yeah. And the Droid Depot, the whole droid building thing at the Droid Depot thing is a blast. I was having more fun than my kids, like building my droid. I was like, oh, this is fantastic. So anyways, that's, I'm all for it. I'm not against these add-ons, but it stirred up quite a conversation on social media of, Disney, integrating these downloadable content items, I guess you could call them, into the new Spider-Man ride, Web Slingers, a Spider-Man adventure that'll be opening when Avengers Campus opens, coming up here shortly.
June 4th.
Yeah, so that's coming up. So that'll be open. And all right, moving on. This is the other big topic. I got tacos on the brain or something. Whew. All right. We have not, obviously sticking with the bi-weekly schedule with this podcast. A lot has changed in 2 weeks in regards to mask policies at pretty much all of the Orlando area theme parks. As far as outdoor masks, I think it was exactly 2 weeks ago, just about.
Yeah.
Give or take. Yeah. They came out and the outdoor mask policy was dropped here in Orange County. I think we're on the verge of the indoor mask policy being dropped here. As long as the daily rate stays under 5% or whatever. I don't know. I don't want to get into the stats of it, but going back a couple weeks ago, Orange County lifted the outdoor mask mandate. So everybody was waiting, obviously for the theme parks to make their announcement, and it all came that evening. It was like I think Universal.
One after another. It was Universal, then Disney, then SeaWorld. Was like, us too.
Yeah. Like very quietly, SeaWorld.
Like at 11:30 at night, they're like, "Oh,
yeah,
yes,
yeah."
What about Fun Spot?
Oh, that's cute.
So yeah, no, they dropped the outdoor mask mandate, and then boom, boom, boom. All the theme parks came out. SeaWorld, I haven't been to SeaWorld since, but I heard they didn't really announce indoor policies. You still had to wear it indoors, but I heard that they are enforcing it in restaurants and stuff like that, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense because you're going to be eating anyways. But I haven't been to SeaWorld since this announcement to kind of see. But Universal and Disney, the big two, they kind of kept the same policy. No masks in outdoor locations except while you're waiting in line for a ride and the actual ride itself, and then obviously shops and dining and that sort of thing. So I'm curious, Emily, what do you think? What's your take on this? Do you think all this stuff is, we've been talking on this podcast for, since COVID's been a thing, about when we're going to see mask policies lifted. And, this is, I was also hoping, I'm kind of bummed out that Barry, I was hoping to pick his brain too. But Emily, what do you, how are you, I guess, processing all of this?
Anxiety.
And is this all too much too soon? Is it just right? Or it's an interesting conversation.
Yeah. I mean, to be completely honest, the last time I was in a theme park was when my mom was here 2 weeks ago. And that was still, you had to wear a mask everywhere. There was no in or out rule or anything like that. So we literally had a mask on all day, every day. And then my next time in a theme park was literally when we went last night to Universal. So, I've seen everybody else kind of going about this and, doing their thing when it comes to if they want to wear it, when they don't. So I kind of was very awkward about going back. I had, reservations about it. I think it got to from where we parked to security that I was like, oh no, I need to put this back on. Yeah. And, I'm speaking for myself. I'm not telling anyone what to do. Sure. You can do whatever you want. I just felt a little too claustrophobic the second you kind of go into that one just general area. Yeah. So I did not feel comfortable taking it off. And I think I wore my mask from security up until we met up with Michael at the balcony at Burger Digs back in Iowa. Yeah. I even said something on Twitter, which I usually kind of keep my mouth shut, but even last night I was like, y'all are brave to take your mask off in the middle of Hogsmeade. Because I was like, oh my God, like somebody literally pushed against me and I was like, oh no, don't do that. And that was even still with my mask on. So I'm like, geez, I think one of the really big things for me is, I am fully vaccinated now, thank God. I know you guys are and everything like that. So it makes me a little more comfortable, obviously, to hang out with the people I know are fully vaccinated. And even before, we were very respectful with each other when we did hang out. We made sure, everybody was safe. Yeah. I don't trust Floridians. It's like, yeah. But at the same time, how many 3 to 12-year-olds did I see, vaccinated 3 to 12-year-olds last night that were walking around without one, Yeah. So it's you already kind of have that going on. And then I even said to James as we were walking, I was like, I can guarantee you 50% of the people that don't have masks on right now can guarantee you they're probably not vaccinated or maybe only halfway. Yeah. And it's kind of just a mutual respect thing. If you're vaccinated, you're good. Okay, yeah, sure. If you're comfortable, take it off. No problem. But if you're not, wait until you fully are. And then, if somebody else, though, isn't comfortable, taking it off, be respectful of that, too.
Mhm.
I think a lot of it has to do with like kind of a lot of people want to get back to a new normal, which I think, you know, is acceptable and is good. And, you know, we all need to get back to a normal life at some point. But as I was even saying to you guys, you know, yesterday, I was like, you know, after all of this, if you are sick, if you're going to meet somebody who, you know, may be under the weather, that kind of stuff, if you are going to a public place like this, please wear your mask. Like, it's just like, I don't feel like it's asking too much. I guess what was nice was, you know, after we did get off Velocicoaster last night, it was probably like around like 9:30. And obviously the park closed at 9. And what was just so nice is like all of us that were in our little friend group, we did feel all comfortable taking it off because there was really nobody else around us. There was maybe a few people walking here and there, but it was just so nice to kind of have a park empty to ourselves and just kind of take our time and walk through. Yeah. Because then the second we walked out of the IOA gates and we saw what City Walk looked like, every single one of us put our masks back on. We're like, oh God. So I think it's back up. I think it's a lot of like a social anxiety thing. And I think a lot of it is like a crowd control type of thing, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah. Michael, I don't really know, your personal stance on everything. Do you have any, with masks at the parks, is this too early? Is this too soon? Were you seeing masks being, like Barry and I, we, like I said, on this podcast, Barry, especially, he's, and I agreed with him, I thought for sure we were going to see masks, outdoors, for the foreseeable rest of this year. Halloween Horror Nights, that's happening. That was a big conversation. So, what's your kind of, thoughts on everything going on with all the masks and everything?
I was honestly caught by surprise. I thought it was someone trying to pull a fast one when it was announced, honestly.
Yeah.
I thought we would still have masks till probably next summer, to be honest.
Yeah.
But at the rate they're going and just what they're reporting, it's kind of surreal. It's like, is this really happening? Or
because if you look at, based upon what you were just saying, if you look at the actual statistics of, COVID cases and vaccinations and, things are getting really good, you are correct in that aspect. Like I said, we're on the verge of Orange County lifting their indoor mask policy. I think it's a rolling, I'm going to sound like an idiot here, but that's what I do best. It's a rolling positivity rate of under 5% for a 14-day period, I think it is.
I think I'm still going to wear mine, though.
Yeah,
even if they say tomorrow, like, hey, like indoor queues, restaurants, gift shops, you don't have to wear it anymore. I'm going to be like, how close is the person to me?
Yeah.
That is what I'm going to judge it by.
Yeah, exactly. And it's totally cool. Like you said, I have friends that have said, they haven't gotten sick, this whole year since they've been wearing a mask. They haven't gotten a cold. They haven't gotten, except
Barry goes to Animal Kingdom one time.
I was just going to say that.
I mean, in his defense, there's a lot of plants there and allergies are really bad too.
That's true. Yeah. So get better, Barry. We love you.
He's just our brother. We like exploiting him.
We miss you, Barry. So yeah, no, I have friends like I was saying, that haven't gotten sick all year, over the past 365 days or more since we've been wearing a mask, and they're like, hey, I'm going to keep this up. This is fantastic, which is great. COVID has introduced, mask wearing as a normalcy, to a lot of people. And, other countries have been doing it for, ever, like Asian countries and, stuff like that. They wear masks on a regular basis. So,
it's a sign of respect.
Yeah. So maybe this, has, quote unquote, normalized mask wearing for, over here stateside, which is totally cool. Hey, if you want to wear a mask, that's fantastic. But it's been an interesting conversation with specifically going back to these theme parks and, them dropping these policies. It's happening at a much faster rate than I think any of us expected. Hi, Dan. Thanks for dropping into the chat. Appreciate you.
My son.
But yeah, no, it's been an interesting journey these last couple of weeks, when they dropped the outdoor mask mandate. I was there the day after they made the announcement, I was at Universal and Barry went to Animal Kingdom, which we do have both of us shot a video kind of giving you guys a feel of the vibe of the parks. And I better for my video because I was at Universal the day after. Excuse me. And I noticed I got there fairly early, maybe around 10:30, 11 o'clock, maybe early or late morning. And I noticed the mask compliance was still good, but as the day went on outdoors, more and more masks came off outdoors. And I was like, okay. I was like, so this is where we're going with this.
You could be like me, who pulled into the Animal Kingdom parking lot, couldn't find anywhere to park, figured it was busy, and then saw everybody with their mask off, had a panic attack, and left. So there's that.
I went to Disney Springs on Tuesday, and people were actually really good about it.
Oh,
like,
really?
I didn't see any attendance at the doors or anything like that, and people just automatically, it's on.
Dan says, I honestly thought masks would be the last things to go, but we were at Epcot last Friday when we saw the news. Yeah, I think it took a while, after the announcement for people to get the news that masks were optional outdoors. So yeah, it's been an interesting couple of weeks, discussing this whole mask thing, because I don't think, like I said, I don't think any of us expected them to drop this stuff. These temperature checks have been gone, and then now the outdoor mask. And like I said, we could possibly within the next couple of weeks, see the indoor mask policy here in Orange County being
please keep social distancing forever.
Yeah, right.
I don't want anyone near me.
The 6 foot social distancing, yes. The 3
Yeah,
foot one was so
I have
pointless.
actually 2 6-foot social distancing. It's called you and Barry, and I put you in between me and you sandwiched me.
Well, now we can go to like 9 feet because Michael's been, kind of.
Yeah, Michael's like in the back, and then like James is kind of in front of me, but he just like blocks me completely because we're the same height. It's fine.
The actual 6 foot social distancing was fantastic. Like when it lasted for like 3 weeks after the theme parks reopened, the big, huge gaps between, your party and the next was amazing. Stay away from me, people. Oh gosh. Hey, Sean's dropping in. Hey, Sean, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Yeah, it's like Sean said, it's inevitable that it's dropped. But it's all coming, so, but everybody's got their way of dealing with this thing, and just be respectful, like Emily said, that's, I think that's just what it comes down to is, if you 6 months from now when, times have, gotten back to, even more quote normal, and somebody walks up to you with a mask on, don't judge a person for wearing a mask. It's a piece of fabric over their face, it's not that big of a deal. Oh.
Yo, dropping in the chat.
Michael, somebody's
Oh my
God. We have Universal Orlando Resort in the chat asking Owen Grady is here.
Yeah,
Michael's like screenshotting this for evidence.
Yeah. Oh, he's got his Raptor.
You can't have him back.
Michael points to his entire room. You cannot have any of this back.
Hello, Universal. Thank you for joining us.
We love you guys.
We love you guys. We love Velocicoaster. You missed us chatting about the lovely Velocicoaster at night.
That's what Replay Land is for.
Yeah. So, anyways, I think that. Oh wait, we got one.
Oh God.
We got one quick pop culture topic. I tried to scavenge some berries usually on top of the pop culture news, but I think it's been kind of, we've had some trailers and stuff and some new footage from Loki and some other things, but the big pop culture news.
Bette Midler's here to slay. Yeah,
I am so excited about this. You guys don't understand. I love Hocus Pocus. I am so excited that they are the three sisters. Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Najimy? Is that how you say it? I think so. Najimy? Yeah.
I don't want to butcher it.
But yeah, Kathy. She's, they're all coming back. Her. They're all reprising their roles as the Sanderson sisters. So this movie is going to be amazing. I'm so excited.
We'll finally have a new overlay at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
Maybe we'll get a new show. That's a fantastic idea. I love that.
Please.
What's the name of the show that goes on there now?
Hocus Pocus. I don't know.
Spelltacular.
Yeah. Everything's a tacular now.
Everything's tacular at Disney.
I've never finished it all the way through.
Uni is AFK. We're talking about Disney. Oh god!
I tried to put it on last Halloween, and I just blacked out because I had a Kit Kat coma.
It does not need to be Halloween to have a Kit Kat coma.
Hocus Pocus is a very what's the word? For somebody that's obsessed with
cult. It's a cult classic.
It's a cult classic. Yeah, I think that's the best way you could simply put it. Yeah.
If you were like me, you just like got beat to death with it on the Disney Channel, and then it just became your entire personality.
Yeah, like I don't think any of my three kids. Like I think Jordan, I showed all three of them, and they were just kind of like,
Yeah.
It was kind of hit or miss with keeping their attention span. But they did release a little synopsis of Hocus Pocus 2, and they said. The sequel will quote accidentally bring the Sanderson sisters back to modern day Salem, and must figure out how to stop the child-hungry witches from wreaking a new kind of havoc on the world. So that was kind of the vague description they gave us for Hocus Pocus 2, which is not coming to the movie theater. It will be. Yeah, Ryan says he doesn't care for it. All you youngins don't care about the Hocus Pocus. Get out of here.
I'm too old for this.
Oh gosh. So, but yeah, I'm excited for it. And it will be coming straight to Disney Plus. They don't have a release date. I think they said fall next year, fall 2022.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't even think they've started shooting it at all.
No. So they announced that they're all coming back for it and all that jazz. And yeah, so that's it. That's everything I have. Anything else, you guys? You good? Michael, you good? You think so? Universal, you can come back to the chat now. We're not talking about that other brand.
This awesome.
Is that the pass holder shirt?
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can get them in the Discovery Center as well as Toon Extra and the pass holder lounge. And they had a pretty good amount of it.
Don't like great t-shirts.
It looks comfy,
I know,
though.
but it's blue.
Yeah. That's fitting for you. But, for me, I'm like, the only Velocicosta shirt that I've liked so far is the pass holder, the grand opening one, which was put out for one day and then yanked off. And somebody got that one, too. And I'm not mentioning his name, Michael Corelli. But yeah.
You mean this one?
That shirt, yeah. That was accidentally put out for one day.
Universal comes back in the chat being like,
what just happened? Universal has left the chat again. No.
I will find you, and I will take your t-shirt.
You're being hunted now, Michael. Congratulations.
The hunt is on.
And then they have the new Dominion stuff, which is just insane. It seems like there's something new every couple of days.
Here's the list of things that Michael spends his money on every week.
I mean, just look at the background for those of you watching the live stream. Just look at the background. Look, just look. Just look.
This has all been accumulating since 2018 when Fallen Kingdom came out, and then the Owen Grady cosplay vest.
You've only been collecting that stuff from 2018?
Yes. So I used to work at Toys R Us.
Yes.
And anytime a movie came out like Marvel and all that other stuff, I would go crazy and I would buy it, and then I just lost it and sold all of it, and it got pumped into my Jurassic collection.
Michael's looking for the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World pallets coming in off the truck. Oh gosh. So yeah, Michael, the pass holder shirt's cool. I'm not big into gray t-shirts. But like I said, the one that I'm most excited for, and hopefully it does come back when the grand opening happens, is the grand opening t-shirt. But yeah, they've just been churning out all this Jurassic World, Jurassic Park merchandise. The Mr. DNA shirt, which I got.
Do we wonder why? Because maybe something might be opening soon that they need to put a bunch of those things in there.
Yeah,
a churro stand.
There's a new churro stand opening.
All right, if they have any new churros in the bakery section.
Somebody, let me go back here. I don't know.
Michael spared no expense, Universal Orlando.
Not really.
Oh gosh. So somebody earlier in the chat asked about the new churros. They did come out with a blue churro, which has like a marshmallow topping or something like that.
They were sold out yesterday. I wanted to get one.
They came out with that.
They've been selling out like crazy. I haven't even been able to get one.
Yeah.
But I want to go take it to Blue because with Claire exploiting her with the roller coaster, and now a blue churro. I want to see what Blue's thoughts are on this.
She's going to actually give you a detailed synopsis exactly what she thinks about this churro.
Go up with a digital recorder and be like, Blue, what are your thoughts on the marshmallow blue churro?
I want to try the...
There's Michael's Raptor impression. What do you think, Emily?
I don't like it. This is my hell.
This is Emily's hell. Yes.
There's a new churro donut at Voodoo, and I want that.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's a new. What does that consist of?
I don't know. It just says churro donut, and I'm sold.
I think it has like a caramel filling in it. But what can we do to get that raptor claw back?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. When did that come out? Did that come out for the movie? One of the movies or something?
2018 for Fallen Kingdom.
That's right.
End of May.
Yeah.
Till the end of June that year.
Yeah, Voodoo should come back with that for Velocicoaster.
We need to have a ThrillGeek cooking segment where Michael comes over and we make raptor claws.
I still one day want to get the coffin of donuts at Voodoo. So, maybe we could do a ThrillGeek get together one day. Barry and I have discussed that, buying the Universal said we'll ask. Oh gosh. Hashtag ask Universal.
I swear if it comes back next week, I'm gonna be like, I did this.
Yeah.
The whole ThrillGeek crew gets Velociraptor claw donuts.
I would literally work if you get that for me.
Gosh. So anyways, we're still doing the podcast. Anyways,
this has just gone off the rails.
It's just gone off.
Like it's normally does.
It's been good content as long as hey.
Bonus episode: me and Owen Grady cosplay, just eating raptor claws.
I blame Universal.
No, but it's like a paparazzi picture where you're just like sadly eating it in the corner.
Like that one Keanu Reeves photo.
That's my raptor noise. You're welcome.
That screech or whatever that was.
You're gonna make me choke on my water.
You're welcome.
Gosh. Well, on that note, I'm gonna wrap this up here. I don't have Barry to do my outro, so I'm gonna do my best at it. Michael,
your
really
best
quick.
Barry impression though.
I'll try. Michael, really quick though. Where can everybody find you online on the grams and the Twitter and all that stuff?
You can find me on Twitter at Michael Corelli. You can find me on Instagram at Jurassic_yearbook. That's got all my toy photography, cosplay, theme parks, art. And then you can find me on the Universal Annual Pass Holder page.
I was about to say, if you just stand out Velocicoaster long enough, we'll be there.
Yeah. I wonder how many rides I'll be able to get in by the end of the year.
Keep counting. Yeah.
I'm already on 18.
Let us know. You're at 18, so you're on the way there. Emily, really quick, where can everybody find you online? This Geek Notice.
I mean, at Geek Notice, it's just going to be really sad pictures of me and Michael sitting in a corner eating raptor claws. So,
bring back the raptor claws. Bring back the raptor claws. Anyways, as far as me, you can find me on Twitter at IMCG83. As far as ThrillGeek, it's ThrillGeek everywhere. YouTube. Where Barry has a couple more videos up there. Like I said, we have our videos up there of kind of checking out the parks with the new outdoor mask policy lifted. And Barry and Sin checked out some resort at Disney. I can't remember which one it is. I think
they went to Old Key West.
Old Key West, yeah, thank you. They checked that out, so be sure to check that video out. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to hit that like button or the bell thing, yeah, because
you can also follow Barry at Culture and Thrills.
Yeah, Culture, the letter N, Thrills. So follow Barry on Twitter, and I believe that's his Instagram as well.
Yep.
And we're ThrillGeek on Instagram. I'm always pumping out stuff on Instagram. I've been trying to build up our Instagram and get a better following on there. So be sure to follow us there.
You've been doing a great job.
You need more teeth.
Yeah, more teeth. Hey, I got that really cool moonshot last night of Raptor. I think Sam told me to put it up here on the live stream, but I'll mention it. If you follow us on anything, it's on Instagram. It's a really cool.
We can just make that the cover photo of the podcast.
I should. The moon was in like perfect spot last night for right by the top hat, and it was a picture. Us.
I really wish there was like a behind the scenes picture because it's both you, me, and Michael going.
Yeah, we're like with our phones, just Raptor. Oh, Velocicosta, we worship you. Oh, we worship you.
Like, mind you, like, people are like running in to get in line, or
and we're
just like
standing there with our phones, like, all righty then, worship the Velocicoaster gods. And then if you're listening to the Thrill Geek podcast after all this rambling, you can find us everywhere.
We're sorry.
It's fine. It's been fun. Like I said, this episode was going to be kind of, laid back, chilled back anyways. So find us on iTunes, Spotify, pretty much anywhere you can find a podcast, you can find the Thrill Geek podcast. And if you do listen to us on iTunes, Apple, be sure to leave us a 5-star review. Don't leave us anything less. If you're thinking about leaving us anything less, email me.
If you have issues with us, just like call me out directly. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'll feed you to Blue.
Yeah, well, Michael will feed you to the dinosaurs. Seriously, if you guys have any constructive criticism, if I'm all for improving this podcast. Our email is thrillgeeks with an S @gmail.com. Shoot me an email. I'd appreciate the feedback. Most everybody's pretty positive, but if you have something that we would like to change, something we'd like to do, a topic, we're always open to stuff. So shoot me an email. So, anyways, I think that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael, thank you for joining us and hanging out with us and chatting Velocicoaster. Hopefully Barry gets better here and we can have him back in a couple weeks. And
well, no, we have Barry back, but then we also have Michael back, and then we make them fight to the death about it.
Oh, God. The challenge.
I'm game.
So, alrighty, guys. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Bye.
Let me bring that fader on down, unmute you guys.
Amazing. We did it.
I don't even know if I'm going to bother editing that episode because there's so much going on
chaos.
that last. Just pure chaos. Oh gosh. Like when it's previous episodes, usually we'll talk about something, there'll be a pause, and I can aside from the little audio issue we had with Mike at the beginning, I don't think I'm going to even bother editing this one. I'm just going to throw it up there.
It's fine.
Oops.
It's fine. Like, stop. It happens.
I just things. Have a barrel of sugar before I come on here, and then I'm more hyper.
Oh gosh! Thank you everybody for joining us in the live chat. We had some Universal. Thank you for joining us, Sam, Michael, Mike. I guess it is the Mike side. Thanks, appreciate it. Ryan, you jumped in here. Sean, you jumped in. I appreciate it. That was the first time I saw Sean, and it was good to see him.
Universal has an issue with us.
Yeah.
Bring it up.
Bring back the Raptor claws. Daniel, thank you. Who else? Lawrence Travels, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Everybody knew that we get in. Who else here? Ryan, Sam, Lauren Travels. Just kind of going back and kind of, thanking everybody. Yeah. I like thanking people. It's nice to people issue less random comments from theme park accounts.
It's fair. It's fair. You're not wrong.
Email me, universalthrillgeeks@gmail.com. You can just elaborate. It's okay. We all have our quirks. And no, I don't want less comments. I love it when you guys drop in here because you're our favorite and we love you. And we love Velocicoaster and we want the Raptor claw back at Voodoo. So
I see the comment about who's watching the Raptors. They're actually asleep right now. Their bedtime. Yeah.
Michael personally goes every night to sing Rockabye Baby, and then he comes home.
Actually, we read them the Mr. DNA's dinosaur book.
Oh, that thing is so cute.
Oh, the golden book? I saw that. That's amazing. And you got it, right? Did you get it? Did you get the book?
I did. Give me just a second. I'll grab it.
Michael is like live reading.
Let's have story time.
Live reading.
How long is it? Is it a long book? Let me see it. We're gonna have story time by Michael, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. DNA.
Oh, I just hope I don't get sued.
Everybody.
Oh my God.
Buckle
He's
up.
going to show us the pictures.
This is the content Thrill Geek needs.
Howdy, I'm Mr. DNA.
I'm in your blood.
Welcome to Jurassic World. Only dinosaur theme park on Earth. First thing you're probably...
We're getting the Mr. DNA voice and everything. This is the content you guys subscribe to the ThrillGeek YouTube channel for.
What is happening? What
Keep
is my
going.
life?
Don't stop. I am
First thing
enthralled.
you're probably wondering is where would the dinosaurs come from? Well, that's where I come in. Velociraptor.
Universal said, please read it to us.
All right. Velociraptor. They're from China. DNA is like a set of instructions for how to build a living thing.
I'm really crying.
People have human DNA. Dinosaurs have dinosaur DNA. Carnotaurus, South America. Back when dinosaurs existed, mosquitoes did too. When the mosquitoes bit the dinosaurs, those itty bitty insects got dinosaur blood in their tummies. Slurp.
Splurt? Oh, gosh. Oh, I can't take much more, but keep going.
Oh my gosh, there's so much.
We got all night.
Don't stop.
The dinosaur blood in their dino DNA is in it. Then some mosquitoes got trapped in hardened tree sap, which is called amber.
No.
That's what I just said.
Oh.
Why aren't you listening?
After a long time, they became fossils. 65 million years or more later, scientists found these fossils. Then our scientists had an amazing idea. Being real careful, they got their dino DNA out of the mosquitoes' stomachs. Then they used that DNA to create new dinosaurs.
Please put this in the podcast episode.
Soon they had a whole
podcast
park full of
episode.
dinosaurs and other huge reptilian creatures. And that's how Jurassic World was created. Let's meet some new dinosaurs.
It just keeps going.
It does. It's a
How
pretty
long
lengthy
is this
book.
book?
I think there's like
I
6
thought
more
those-
pages.
I thought those golden books were like 4 pages for like kids.
Lucky you. We're just in time for Mosasaurus feeding show. Stand back unless you want to get splashed.
I want to die.
Large reptile lived in the ocean. She weighs about as much as a motorhome. See those sharp teeth? Those are what she uses to chow down on smaller sea creatures.
Does it mention the Mosasaurus roll?
No, it does not.
Darn.
And
This
I
is
actually
not
have
canon.
a Mosasaurus tooth. It's actually like that big. So their teeth were pretty decent size.
Keep reading. The suspense is killing me, Michael.
All right.
The suspense is killing me.
This is a Triceratops. These fantastic creatures only eat plants and they live in herds. Go ahead and wave to the baby Triceratops.
Hi.
Just look at him right there.
I love him. I would die for him.
Oh.
And check out those horns. When
This is how the
dinosaurs ruled
podcast
the earth,
dies.
Triceratops need those horns to fight off ugly predators like the T-Rex. Here's the Gallimimus Valley. The bird like Gallimimus is one of the fastest dinosaurs. She can dash away from nasty predators to her long, skinny legs. The Apatosaurus also lives in this valley. She's longer than 2 school buses. Looky here. It's the aviary. Flying reptiles soar over and make their nests. Woo-wee. Those- Those pteranodons sure do have wide wings. They use their long beaks to snatch up fish. Dimorphodons are smaller, but they protect themselves with those big teeth.
Universal has is Mr. DNA. It's Mr. DNA from Alabama.
I'm Mr. DNA, and I must have had me about 15 Dr. Peppers. Keep your hands inside the ride for this one. Velociraptors are nowhere near as big as T-Rexes. They still got a mouth full of sharp teeth. You'll want to steer clear of those hooked, sharp claws on their feet. Velociraptors are pack hunters, which makes them smart. All Jurassic World scientists think they can be trained. Imagine a velociraptor for a house pet.
Would you like a velociraptor for a house pet, Michael?
Yes.
What was
He
that
has
video?
a German Shepherd. It's the same thing.
I mean, I actually do have a life-size baby blue statue.
There you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is true. I forgot. Yeah, you do have that the baby blue statue.
Stegosaurus is one tough cookie. If any predators threaten her, she swings her spiky tail like a sword. Like a turtle, the Ankylosaurus uses her protective shell as a shield against other dinosaurs. She's also got a heavy clubbing tail that she can use it to clobber hungry predators.
To clobber?
It's clobbering time, Clint.
It's clobber.
And here she
Oh,
is.
I'm waiting for this.
The queen of the dinosaurs, the T-Rex. This honorary predator is as big as a 2-story building. Roar!
I was waiting for that roar.
Her large head and powerful jaws are filled with long, sharp teeth. Big bites is what she's all about. Speaking of bites, I hope you enjoyed your first taste of Jurassic World. Maybe tomorrow you can take a ride in a gyrosphere. See you next time.
Or on Velocicoaster. Ladies and gentlemen, that
That's my
concludes
best
this
friend.
evening's
That's my
podcast
best
live
friend.
stream.
That's my best friend.
All right, I could do better voice acting, but that was just
Next
I
one,
couldn't
next
keep
podcast,
myself
next
together.
podcast.
No. Mr. DNA from Alabama is what we're going to stick with.
All right. I'm in your blood.
This is what's so downhill.
Well, Universal gave you the well done.
Thank you.
Well done. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed that presentation. What's the name of the book?
It is Mr. DNA's Book of Dinosaurs.
There you go. Buy it on Amazon.
It's my whole
or-
personality now.
And that is how we actually get the raptors to sleep at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sound
Y'all
asleep.
had to ask. Y'all had to ask.
That went downhill quick.
Please know this is like what it's like actually hanging out with
Wow.
us. It's just
Yeah.
pure chaos.
Yeah, that was. I don't know what happened. Like I need to like.
Mr. DNA happened.
Yeah, he
From
did.
Alabama.
I need to take a deep breath.
Go
after
get the
that one.
boy.
Yeah, your pup is calling you.
The boy.
Boy.
So,
No, he's good.
No, he's not. He wants to see his aunt. Show him.
be like Barry and drag the pups on for the live stream, the post show. Oh, I thought he was quiet.
No. I just want you to grab the dog.
Oh gosh.
I don't know what we're
Anyways.
waiting for. Show me the baby.
Show me the baby. Oh man. That was exhausting. That was like
I needed that.
yeah.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna have to
That poor boy. He's like, what is happening in there?
Yeah. What's with all the Mr. DNA from Alabama talk going on in there?
Oh,
Dad,
goodness.
who is this?
Oh gosh. So, anyways, all right. I think I'm gonna wrap this live stream up after that high note.
That was the best moment of my entire life so far.
You're
That was
welcome.
Fantastic. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. I really do.
My
that
pleasure.
was,
Everyone wants you to show the doggo.
Yeah.
All right,
Sam
give me
says,
a
go
moment.
get the dog.
Go get the
Hang
Get
doggo.
the dog. Get
Get
the dog.
Get the dog.
All right. He's getting the dog.
His
I'll
name
wait a few
is.
more minutes. And
He's
we'll
a
see
German guys. He's a German Shepherd, and his name is Obi, and I
Oh,
love him.
God, Obi.
He's literally my nephew. I love him.
You mean he didn't name him after something in Jurassic Park?
I don't think it was his choice.
Of course he. Let me get out of this thing. I'm trying to clean up my desktop here before we get on out of here. Oh,
We can't leave until the dog shows up.
yeah, we're hanging in suspense. So
Everyone is.
the suspense goes from Mr. DNA book now to waiting for the dog. This is content.
I can hear him quiet.
Yeah. Just look at all that Jurassic Park stuff in the background. Just look at it.
Where's the boy?
Oh, wait.
He had anxiety. He doesn't like being held.
Me. The dog and I are one.
Sorry,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. The puppy is having a moment. So no
Can
doggy
you
tonight.
please? Can you post picture of doggy on Twitter
Yeah.
so everyone can go to your Twitter and follow you and see doggy
Yeah. That'll get you some follows. Follow Michael on Twitter
for
at
doggo
Michael
pics.
Corelli, and he'll show you a picture of the pup. So, anyways, all right. Good night, ladies and gentlemen, boys and
Sorry there
girls,
was no
children of all
dog.
ages. Sorry to leave you.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. No worries. The Mr. DNA book was well
That
worth
was
it.
solid.
So, solid content. So, anyways, good night, everybody. Be safe, and we'll see you guys in a couple more weeks here with another episode.
Maybe another book,
More
too.
chaos.
Maybe another book time. We'll have to wait and see. The suspense is going to kill you, isn't it? All right. We'll see you guys later.